All right, welcome to the Take Flight Show. This is week 7. I'm Clive Daniel.
I'm Ravon Russell.
And you're entering another week of great basketball. At this point through the season, teams are pretty much together. Chemistry is flowing. This week, we've seen a lot of fire for some reason on the court. Guys are becoming very competitive, trying to move up in the rankings, trying to build up their stats. The only thing I would suggest, like when it comes to the competitiveness, just keep it clean, keep it thorough, and we keep it moving. The Take Flight Show now, we have a great announcement for you guys as well that we'll get into later on. But first game of the week, we had Eastside Goodfellas and Durham Flight, with that 5-game winning streak.
Yeah, those guys are clicking. P's hitting his shots. Lawrence's doing his thing. Atiba is, playing with poise, controlling the flow of the game, and they have a whole bunch. They have a full package. Everyone can do a little of this, little of that. So they're really doing well right now.
Yeah. So do you think they have that chance, as being one of the top teams or making to the end of the championships?
I think so. I think they're gonna get to at least a 7-win streak because I don't think they're playing. I think they could beat the week 8, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna make it past quarters. Yeah. So I see them going 2 more games, and then maybe we'll see who could beat them. But right now they're looking really good.
Yeah, and with Durham Flight, they have the key pieces. Just the chemistry isn't right there. They got a big player this week in terms of Terrell Atkins. Great scorer, great baller. Hopefully, he'll help amend those things that's going on with the team going into the playoffs.
I mean, I don't know if it's a chemistry thing, but they're starting 5. Everyone could really hoop. Like, I don't know why they're having trouble.
Yeah, so hopefully mentally they can figure it out and, understand what they got and use it to their best ability. We had the Jumpman against Tough Juice. This game was pretty close, closer than I expected. But you can see, once again, the competitiveness that came out of this game.
Yeah, I mean, Jumpman, after their new addition, Jermaine, they've won 2 games. They're starting to play together a lot more. So, I mean, before, I guess maybe 2 weeks ago when you say Tough Juice versus the Jumpman, it'll be like, oh, that's a 40-point slap, whatever. Yeah. But Jumpman, they only lost by 11 points. No, 9 points.
9 points, yeah.
And so, I mean, they're doing good. I mean, they're probably more up there with the rest of the teams now. Yeah. Only losing 11 points to the number 1 team.
Yeah, definitely in the playoffs, they'll probably be a team to, may not even know can do an upset throughout the playoffs. So we'll see what happens there. With the Redhawks against the Soldiers once again are back in the winning column. They still want to be that number 1 team. Only have 1 loss so far for the season. And looking good once again.
Yeah, Leon is really, every game he's starting to, do better and better. I think he got another double-double this week. He's like a Rondo right now. Yeah. He's getting rebounds, attacking the basket, getting points. Anthony got 18 as well, I think. So they're doing pretty good. Redhawks, I guess, I don't know, after Duran got injured, I mean, I wouldn't say they don't have enough players to put the pieces together. They still have the players, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of tough when you're building the team one way, and then when a big part of your team goes down now, it's trying to readjust and find out who does what in what situation or scenarios. But as long as they compete and play hard, they always give themselves a chance to actually win the game.
Yeah.
And then the last game of the night was the Goodfellas against Team Dab. My Team Dab, they're always competitive in the beginning of the game. The first half, they'll keep it close.
Yeah, that's true.
And then things just slowly start to fall apart in the second half. Defas had big man in the middle. Justin returned. They couldn't stop him.
Yeah, I think at 18 and 18. I mean, those are big numbers right there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Team Dab, Richie Allen played pretty well. I think he had 19 or almost 20, so he played pretty well. But when I was looking at the score, everyone had less than double digits, so it's kind of hard for one guy to do it all.
Yeah, for sure. Well, for Ajax for the week, it was a good week. At this point, I would have said, Tough Juice looked like the favorite, but right now, it's like you have 3 or 4 teams that can make a move or make something happen along the way. So heading into the playoffs in the next 2 weeks is going to be very interesting to see what the outcomes are.
And I'll say there's a toss-up between Soldiers, Tough Juice, and Eastside.
Yeah, don't forget Defos, because with the big man in the middle,
You
never know. You never know what can happen.
Justin, he's all right, you know.
Well, and then that leads us into Mississauga. Once again, another competitive week in Mississauga.
All close games.
Yeah, all of them were all close to the end. Free throws separated certain things. A foul here and there changed the game or the momentum. But you're starting to see who's who within this league. We had the Gaines against Renegades. There was a close battle throughout the whole game, but Gaines was able to pull away, winning it by 10.
Mohammed's back in the mix now. He didn't score too much, but at least he was able to have more of a presence for his team and talk and run a couple plays, stuff like that. But Kareem, he had 33 points. A lot of mid-range, attacking the basket, some threes. I think he had a couple steals. So he's really starting to step up now. Yeah,
and with Mo there, it gives more spacing for Kareem to do his thing because now they got to respect Mo's jump shot. So if they leave Mo, then Kareem's going to get to the bucket. So they have a good thing there. Once the whole team's there, they're a tough team as well. We had Team Havoc versus All Day. All Day had to get back into that winning column. They're a great team. In terms of the word team, they do it all, from the point guard to the forward, shooters, center. Like they play as a team. So if one guy's not there, it messes up the whole chemistry.
I gotta take my hat off to Havoc though, because the first quarter it was like a 20-point blowout. Everyone was like, oh gosh, whatever, and then they caught up, and it was like a close game until that last fourth quarter. So I gotta big ups to Team Havoc. Alman Haroon, he came in late. I think he still had like 35 points. Asher still did his thing, so they're doing pretty well. But All Days, like you said, they're too hard to beat. Everyone, like I think 5 of them were in the double digits. They all stack up on those rebounds, assists, steals, so it's hard to beat All Day.
Yeah, and Team Havoc's just another one of those teams as well in the playoffs. You kind of not want to play in the first round in the playoffs in case of an upset, but they got a great team as well. And then we had the last game of the night was Force against Spartans. Spartans are now, it seems like they're coming together, and the guys are starting to know who's who on the court. If they need a bucket, they know where to go. Force at times was playing a zone, and Spartans were able to hit Jordan in the middle, up fake, get to the bucket, and one. They're really moving like a team. Sometimes they meet outside of the game. Sometimes they have actual, what do you call those things? Boards. In terms of drawing up plays.
They did?
Oh yeah, boards drawing up plays. So they're really focused and want to make something out of this league and show that why they may want to be the top team.
Yeah, I mean, from last week, what I was seeing what they were doing was, I guess, I don't know if it was Yusuf's called or Naji's called, but every time they get a rebound, Jordan and Naji's already gone, and then Yusuf just throwing it. And they did a couple of times this game to, beat that zone too. So that helped them as well. And then you have, Samantha to play pretty well, hitting her threes, hitting her shots. Then you had Jordan being strong inside. So it's the Spartans have a good package there.
Yeah, it was a bit too much for Daniel get buckets to actually get buckets because they just focus on, had tight defense on him. And
because Naji was playing him, he was face guarding him. Like I think all second half, he was just looking at him. He didn't care about anything else.
Yeah.
So that got Daniel got a little frustrated. Although you saw a little wrestle up here and there, but yeah.
Oh, definitely. So within the two leagues, right now at the beginning of the season, I could have picked a couple teams who I think may, make it to the championships or even have a chance to win. Now things are starting to, look a little balanced. That it's really gonna be the hard work that does it, especially how the playoffs is gonna be set up. A couple games in one day, and the week's gonna be a busy week for the guys. So it's mentally they're gonna have to really be tough and try to avoid injuries heading to the playoff to see exactly who's going to come out the top, east or west. And now for our announcement, AllStar Weekend coming this weekend, May 28th, 2 to 5. We're going to have some exciting events going on. We're going to have East versus West happening. We already have the rosters for the West selected, so you'll be taking a look at it in the article. We have the roster for the East already selected. as well as for our 3-point competition and skills competition, we have the guys selected as well. With the players that were selected, congratulations. You guys deserve it. You played really well throughout this season, and this is a chance to actually display your skills. And this will be happening in Mississauga this coming Saturday, May 28th.
It's going to be a really packed gym.
Yeah.
I mean, right before we have that, we're going to have a little kids training thing, and then they're all going to just sit there and watch. It'll be like a little NBA experience.
Yeah.
You guys, so we'll have prizes for the winners of the AllStar Game 3-point shooter on skills challenge, and we'll see which end of the city is the best.
Yeah. So, and also, if you have any kids and you want to bring them to the training session, it'll be for about an hour. They'll get to go through ball handling, shooting, little fun games that they can play as well, just to get them involved in the Ultimate Hoops experience as we move forward for the next season. And also, look out for signups that are going to be happening within the next couple of weeks for our July session. It's going to be pretty big. Now we're going to have Vaughn that'll be joining our Tri-City, you can say, championship. And, Vaughn's already talking that they got players and they're going to be doing their thing as well. So it's going to be exciting moving forward.
All these cities are just talking.
Well, that's what Toronto's about. You come to Toronto, we talk. But the one thing is everyone knows how to back it up, and they bring their game, and that's what made this whole league exciting. And I'm glad we're a part of that experience.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really proud we get to experience the league that you guys are in, and help provide you guys with all this content, videos, articles, photos, all that stuff. It's really fun for us to do this for you guys too as well. So
definitely. Well, thanks for checking us out. The Flight Show, take flight. You know how it goes, and we out for another week.